Hi, I'm Deb, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga Bites with Deb. This time of year, as we get into the holiday season, it can be hard for some people. It's not always a happy time. We might be missing loved ones. We might just not be in that happy holiday spirit. With the state of the world right now, that can also weigh heavy on us. And so sometimes it's hard to just open up. So this practice is all about coming inwards. We're going to do postures where we fold forward, where we come in, where you can hopefully connect with your inner self and feel safe and secure. I am using a block today, so you might want that, but you don't have to use any props at all. You have an option as well to use a strap, but again, it's really not needed. Completely up to you. I hope you'll join me at the top of your mat in mountain pose. Come into mountain pose at the top of your mat, or actually anywhere on your mat will do. Feet are about hip distance apart. As we inhale, we're going to raise our arms up. As we exhale, we're going to bend our knees, bellies drawn in, and dive forward. Come inwards. Hands come to your shins to lengthen, and then bow back down. Bend your knees as much as you like. Inhale, hands to the shins, lengthen, maybe lift the head up. Exhale, fall forward. One more time, hands on the shins, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, bend your knees deeply. So starting with a ragdoll, feet hip distance apart or even wider, let everything just tumble forward, coming inwards. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe your arms just sort of pool on the mat, or you want to fold the arms and dangle. And maybe you want to grab a block and bring it up. Perhaps your forehead could rest on the block. So we have support. And if you're higher than I am and you need to use 2 blocks, that's fine. And we're just rounding in, rooting down, softening, breathing, connect with your breath. And we can, lower the block down or maybe just remove it and let the head dangle now. But if you like the support, please keep the support there. And then releasing the hands. Maybe you're walking your feet a little bit closer together. Some people like the big toes to touch. And we're going to wrap our hands around the backs of our legs if we can. So again, bend your knees as much as you need to. And our belly's drawn in, and we're working to tilt the tailbone up and maybe lower it, but just stay with that inwards. Maybe you like to stay still. I find in the winter months, this is one of my favorite poses, just to come inwards, to feel sheltered, to feel safe, to give myself a little bit of love. And then we're going to release our hands down, and we're going to step our legs back onto hands and knees, just moving the spine a little, exhaling to our cat and inhaling to our cow. And maybe keep your eyes nice and closed for this whole practice. Noticing how you feel, finding some kindness. Sometimes we don't want to open up into what the world has for us. Sometimes we just want to come inwards, coming back into a child's pose. And maybe stacking your fists, giving your head a place to rest, or maybe grabbing one of your blocks and allowing your forehead to rest there. And then maybe your hands come by your sides and you let the shoulders round forward. And then some of you might not even need the support. Your head might go right down to the mat. Soften, again, coming inwards. So this whole practice is about coming inwards. Sometimes we just need to feel that support, that protection of going inside.
Focus on your breath. With each exhalation, soften your body a little bit more. Keeping your attention on the breath. And then bringing your hands forward, bringing yourself slowly up. And we're going to see if we can have a seat. So you might want a strap for this next pose. I'm not going to use a strap. I'm going to use my block. So extending our legs out, we're going to, I'm going to bend the right knee first and let that knee drop out to the side. And I'm being very passive, so you don't have to flex your foot. We don't have to lengthen our spine. We're just going to round ourselves forward. So again, if you need 2 blocks here, you can. Your first option might be, if you can't get too low, is to use those blocks to rest your elbows on and then maybe cradle your forehead in your hands and just come inwards. Otherwise, maybe you bring your block up nice and high and your forehead could rest on the block. And we just focus on the breath. And you might find as we hold this, our body opens up and you might be able to lower the block down and come a little deeper. But there's absolutely no rush for that. And we just connect with the breath. And maybe you notice, maybe things come up. Just kind of let them wash over you rather than get caught up in them. This time of year can bring up lots of emotions, and not all of them are positive, not all of them are happy. Match that with the state our world is in right now, and it can be very overwhelming. So taking this moment just to come inwards and just allow those feelings to come. But just let them wash over you. Try not to get caught up in them and feel overwhelmed by them. Just let them come, let them go. And then we just want to slowly lengthen up as we switch sides. Extend the right leg out, bend the left knee, let it fall to the side. Place your props if you're using them wherever you like. And then we're just going to passively round forward. And if you don't have props that you can prop up, you can just passively let your chin tuck in. Round forward, just let the chin dangle. And just following the flow of your breath. Notice if there's any gripping or tension, maybe in your fist or your jaw. Just let that all relax. Let it all go. And then slowly coming up. And we're going to come into Sukhasana, easy pose, placing one shin in front of the other. And again, we are going to passively come forward. Any amount. Chin simply tucked in as you round forward. Or maybe you can tilt forward and your forehead would rest on the block. Your forearms might be on the mat. And again, it's all about just folding inwards, coming into that safe space within you. Slowly bring yourself up, and we're just going to switch the crossing of the legs. So the other shin in front. And again, get passive, round forward, soften, and focus on your breath. So you might be feeling sensations in the outer hips, which is lovely, but our focus is just to come inwards. And slowly lengthening up. And then we're going to extend our legs straight out. One final posture, our seated forward fold. And again, rounding forward. Taking blocks. If you have bolsters, you can use the bolsters. Soften your whole body. And as you breathe, if your body opens up, you can go a little deeper. You can turn your support down a little lower. And just let the arms relax. Let the muscles of the face relax. Let your whole body relax. Coming into the safety within you. And perhaps slowly lengthening up. Of course, you can hold these poses. You could pause the video and hold any pose longer if you like. That's all we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like this practice of just coming inwards and giving yourself the time that you might need just to explore your feelings, to feel safe and secure. Once again, thank you for joining me. I do hope you have a wonderful day. And please, if you don't mind, hit like and subscribe.